Current time is 10:35 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Issued at 8 p.m., the eye of Hurricane Matthew was located over the western end of Grand Bahama Island near latitude 26.6 north, longitude 78.9 west. That's 75 miles east of West Palm Beach, Florida. The hurricane is moving toward the northwest near 13 miles an hour, and this general motion is expected to continue tonight with a turn toward the north-northwest early Friday. On the forecast track, the eye of Matthew should move away from Grand Bahama Island during the next few hours, and move close to or over the east coast of the Florida peninsula from midnight tonight through Friday. Reports from a NOAA Hurricane Hunter aircraft indicate that maximum sustained winds are now near 130 miles an hour with higher gusts. Matthew is a Category 4 hurricane on the Saffir-Simpson hurricane wind scale. Some fluctuations in intensity are likely while the hurricane moves toward the coast of Florida. Hurricane force winds extend outward up to 60 miles from the center, and tropical storm force winds extend outward up to 185 miles. Settlement Point in the Bahamas recently reported a sustained wind of 79 miles an hour with a gust of 105 miles an hour. The Lake Worth Pier near Palm Beach, Florida, recently reported a sustained wind of 46 miles an hour and a wind gust of 60 miles an hour. The minimum central pressure estimated from NOAA Hurricane Hunter data is 939 millibars or 27.73 inches. These are the 10 p.m. observations for the local area on Thursday, October 6th. At Tampa International, light rain was falling. The temperature was 76 degrees, the dew point 74, and the relative humidity 93%. The wind was north at 9 miles an hour. The pressure was 29.75 inches and falling. At St. Pete Clearwater Airport, light rain was falling. The temperature was 78 degrees, the dew point 75, and the relative humidity 90%. The wind was north at 14 miles an hour, gusting to 22. The pressure was 29.75 inches and falling. At Lakeland, it was mostly cloudy. The temperature was 75 degrees, the dew point 73, and the relative humidity 94%. The wind was north at 13 miles an hour. The pressure was 29.74 inches and falling. Temperatures were between 74 and 79 degrees. Rain was falling at MacDill Air Force Base, Plant City Municipal Airport, Brooksville, downtown St. Petersburg, and Kissimmee. At Winter Haven, Bartow, Sarasota Bradenton Airport, rain was falling. It was cloudy at Punta Gorda and Fort Myers. At Venice Municipal Airport, it was fair. Marine reports along the coast and offshore buoys. At the Seaman site at Cedar Key, winds were northeast at 13 knots. Air temperature 75 degrees. At the Seaman site at Venice, winds were north at 15 knots. Sea temperature 83 degrees. Air temperature 78 degrees. 100 miles west of Bayport, winds were from the northeast at 21 knots. Sea temperature 83 degrees. Air temperature 80. Wave height 8 feet. Wave period 7 seconds. 210 miles west of Captiva, the air temperature was 83 degrees. Sea surface temperature was 85 degrees. The barometer was 1009.7 millibars and rising. Winds were north at 16 knots, gusting to 19. The wave period was 7 seconds, and the wave height 6 feet. Your coastal waters forecast for the KHB 32 listening area for the following marine location, Tampa Bay waters. Issued at 8:48 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Tropical storm watch in effect. Rest of tonight, northeast winds around 20 knots, then becoming north 20 to 25 knots with gusts to near tropical storm force toward morning. Bay and inland waters rough. Widespread showers and isolated thunderstorms. Friday, northwest winds 20 to 25 knots with gusts to near tropical storm force diminishing to around 20 knots late in the afternoon. Bay and inland waters rough. Widespread showers and isolated thunderstorms in the morning, then scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms in the afternoon. Friday night, northwest winds around 20 knots, then becoming west 10 to 15 knots after midnight. Bay and inland waters choppy. Isolated thunderstorms in the evening. Scattered showers. Saturday, west winds around 15 knots. Bay and inland waters a moderate chop. Isolated showers. Saturday night, northwest winds around 15 knots, then becoming north 5 to 10 knots in the late evening and overnight. Bay and inland waters a moderate chop. Sunday, north winds around 10 knots. Bay and inland waters a light chop. Sunday night, north winds around 15 knots. Bay and inland waters a moderate chop. Monday, northeast winds around 15 knots. Bay and inland waters a moderate chop. Monday night, north winds around 15 knots. Bay and inland waters a moderate chop. Bay and inland waters a moderate chop. Scattered thunderstorms. Tuesday, northeast winds around 15 knots. Bay and inland waters a moderate chop. Scattered thunderstorms. Your coastal waters forecast for the KHB 32 listening area for the following marine location: coastal waters from Englewood to Tarpon Springs out 20 to 60 nautical miles. Issued at 8:48 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Tropical storm watch in effect. Rest of tonight, north winds 20 to 25 knots. Seas 6 to 10 feet. Scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms. Friday, northwest winds 20 to 25 knots with gusts to around 40 knots. Seas 10 to 14 feet. Scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms. Friday night, northwest winds 20 to 25 knots diminishing to around 20 knots after midnight. Seas 10 to 14 feet. Scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms in the evening, then isolated showers after midnight. Saturday, northwest winds around 15 knots. Seas subsiding to 5 to 8 feet. Saturday night, north winds around 15 knots. Seas 3 to 5 feet. Sunday, north winds around 15 knots. Seas 2 to 4 feet. Sunday night, northeast winds around 20 knots. Seas 4 to 6 feet. Monday, northeast winds around 20 knots. Seas 4 to 6 feet. Monday night, northeast winds around 20 knots. Seas 4 to 6 feet. Isolated thunderstorms. Tuesday, northeast winds around 20 knots. Seas 5 to 7 feet. Scattered thunderstorms. Your coastal waters forecast for the KHB 32 listening area for the following marine location: coastal waters from Englewood to Tarpon Springs out 20 nautical miles. Issued at 8:48 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Tropical storm watch in effect. Rest of tonight, north winds 20 to 25 knots. Seas 6 to 10 feet. Bay and inland waters rough. Numerous showers and isolated thunderstorms. Friday, northwest winds around 30 knots with gusts to around 40 knots diminishing to 20 to 25 knots in the afternoon. Seas 10 to 14 feet. Bay and inland waters very rough. Scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms. Friday night, northwest winds 20 to 25 knots, then becoming west around 20 knots in the late evening and overnight. Seas 8 to 11 feet. Bay and inland waters rough. Scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms. Saturday, northwest winds around 15 knots. Seas 5 to 8 feet. Bay and inland waters a moderate chop. Isolated showers. Saturday night, northwest winds around 15 knots, then becoming north around 10 knots after midnight. Seas 3 to 5 feet. Bay and inland waters a moderate chop. Sunday, north winds around 15 knots. Seas 2 to 3 feet. Bay and inland waters a moderate chop. Sunday night, north winds 10 to 15 knots, then becoming northeast around 20 knots after midnight. Seas 2 to 4 feet. Bay and inland waters choppy. Monday, northeast winds around 20 knots, diminishing to 10 to 15 knots in the late morning and afternoon. Seas 2 to 4 feet. Bay and inland waters choppy. Monday night, northeast winds around 20 knots. Seas 3 to 5 feet. Bay and inland waters choppy. Tuesday, northeast winds around 20 knots. Seas 3 to 5 feet. Bay and inland waters choppy. Scattered thunderstorms. Now for the official National Weather Service forecast for the KHB 32 listening area For the following counties in Florida: Hillsborough, Pasco, Pinellas, and Polk. Tropical storm watch in effect. Rest of tonight. Tropical storm conditions possible. Widespread showers and isolated thunderstorms. Lows in the upper 70s. North winds 20 to 25 miles an hour with gusts up to 35 miles an hour. Chance of rain near 100%. Friday, tropical storm conditions possible. Widespread showers and isolated thunderstorms in the morning. Then scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms in the afternoon. Highs in the lower 80s, northwest winds 25 to 30 miles an hour with gusts up to 35 miles an hour. Chance of rain 90% Friday night. Mostly cloudy. Isolated showers in the evening. Breezy. Lows in the upper 70s, west winds 15 to 20 miles an hour with gusts up to 25 miles an hour. Chance of rain 20%. Saturday, partly sunny. Isolated showers in the morning. Highs in the upper 80s, west winds 10 to 15 miles an hour with gusts up to 20 miles an hour. Chance of rain 20% Saturday night. Partly cloudy in the evening, then clearing. Lows in the lower 70s, northwest winds 5 to 10 miles an hour, sunny. Highs in the lower 80s Monday night. Mostly cloudy. Breezy. Lows in the lower 70s Tuesday, mostly cloudy with scattered showers and thunderstorms. Highs in the upper 80s, chance of rain 30% Tuesday night. Mostly cloudy with isolated showers and thunderstorms. Lows in the mid-70s, chance of rain 20%. Wednesday, partly sunny with scattered showers and thunderstorms. Highs in the upper 80s, chance of rain 30% Wednesday night. Partly cloudy. Lows in the lower 70s. Thursday, partly cloudy with scattered showers and thunderstorms. Highs in the upper 80s, chance of rain 30%. Synopsis: Hurricane Matthew will track over Freeport and then along the east coast of Florida from West Palm Beach to Jacksonville Beach through Friday afternoon. The flood warning continues for the Alafia River at Lithia from Saturday early afternoon through Sunday afternoon. At 9 p.m. Thursday, the stage was 11.2 feet. Flood stage is 13 feet. The river is forecast to rise above flood stage by Saturday early afternoon and continue to rise to near 13.3 feet by Saturday evening. The river is expected to fall below flood stage by late Sunday morning. Impact: at 13 feet, River Drive and Squirrel Runway downstream of State Road 640 are completely covered by water. One home begins to flood. Flood history: this crest compares to a previous crest of 13.3 feet on August 26, 1945. Do not drive cars through flooded areas. Stay tuned to developments by listening to NOAA Weather Radio. The latest forecast can also be found on weather.gov/Tampa Bay. You can follow NWS Tampa Bay on Twitter and like us on Facebook. Flood warning continues for the Peace River at Bartow from tomorrow early afternoon through late Saturday night. At 8 p.m. Thursday, the stage was 7.6 feet. Flood stage is 8 feet. The river is forecast to rise above flood stage by tomorrow early afternoon and continue to rise to near 8.2 feet by early Saturday morning. The river is expected to fall below flood stage by Saturday evening. Impact: at 8 feet, private roads downstream flood. Flood history: this crest compares to a previous crest of 8.2 feet on September 29, 1948. Do not drive cars through flooded areas. Stay tuned to developments by listening to NOAA Weather Radio. The latest forecast can also be found on weather.gov/Tampa Bay. You can follow NWS Tampa Bay on Twitter and like us on Facebook. This is NOAA Weather Radio KHP 32 Tampa Bay, the voice of the National Weather Service, broadcasting at a frequency of 162.55 megahertz. The tower for KHP 32 is located in Riverview, in Hillsborough County, and serves West Central Florida, with programming originating from the National Weather Service office in Ruskin. The station provides warning alerts for Hillsborough, Pinellas, Pasco, Polk, Hardee, and Manatee counties. Flood warning continues for the Peace